Hey everyone, welcome back to Car Flash, the channel that doesn't sugarcoat, doesn't sell out, and doesn't hold back. If you're looking for real, raw, and brutally honest car reviews without the fake showroom gloss, you've landed in the right place. And today, we're talking about a car that refuses to die quietly, the 2026 Dodge Challenger, a muscle icon in an age of electric silence. Exterior: let's get into it. At first glance, the 2026 Challenger looks like it was carved from steel and attitude. Dodge didn't completely reinvent the wheel here, and thank God for that, because the car still pays homage to its aggressive roots. The front end, it's like a punch in the face with a steel knuckle. You've got that familiar wide stance, the split grille design, and those angry LED headlamps that now come with an adaptive beam setup. There's more sculpting around the hood now, with air vents that are functional, not just for show. And depending on the trim you pick, whether it's the RT, Scat Pack, or the all-electric SRT eMuscle, the front fascia tweaks slightly to reflect its identity. But overall, it's classic Challenger, just more evolved. Now let's walk around to the side. Dodge didn't mess with the proportions too much, and that's a good thing. You've still got that long coupe profile with the powerful rear haunch presence that screams American muscle. The roof line is low-slung, the glass house is narrow, and the doors are beefy. The side panels now feature a subtle crease that runs from the front fender to the taillight, adding a sense of motion even when the car is parked. Wheel options go from 19-inch performance rims all the way to aggressive 21-inch forged alloys with Brembo brake kits. And for those wondering, yes, there's still a wide body option, and yes, it still looks mean as hell. Throw in some heritage badging, optional racing stripes, and blackout mirrors, and you've got a side profile that doesn't just turn heads, it jerks them round the back. And things get even more serious. The taillight signature is still unmistakably Challenger, but now it's more refined and sharper. A full-width LED bar glows menacingly at night, and beneath it, a cleaner bumper design with integrated diffusers adds a bit more visual drama. The traditional dual exhaust, still here on the gas models, and sounding throatier than ever. But for the SRT eMuscle, it's replaced with an active sound system that mimics V8 thunder when you want it to, or lets you cruise in silence if you're feeling stealthy. Dodge even offers customizable exhaust sounds on the EV. So yes, you can still be that guy at the stoplight. But the biggest surprise this year, the interior. Dodge finally decided to bring the cabin into the modern era, and it shows. The 2026 Challenger ditches the dated plastics and clunky infotainment for a new driver-focused cockpit that feels both retro and futuristic. There's a 12.3-inch fully digital instrument cluster that you can configure with different layouts, classic analog gauges, performance timers, drag strip mode, the works. In the center, you've got a 14.6-inch curved touchscreen running the new Uconnect 6 system. It's faster, cleaner, and finally supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Voice controls, surprisingly good this time. Materials throughout the cabin have improved dramatically. There's real aluminum trim, stitched leather dashboards, and optional Alcantara racing seats that hug you tight in all the right places. Even the base trims don't feel cheap anymore. You get ambient lighting, dual-zone climate control, wireless charging, and a killer 900-watt Harman Kardon sound system if you're willing to pay up. The back seats, still tight, still a bit of a joke, but hey, this isn't a family sedan. Now performance is where this car gets really interesting. Dodge is walking a tightrope in 2026, honoring the past while jumping into the electric future. So you've got three main directions: the classic ICE models, a hybrid setup, and the new all-electric eMuscle variant. Let's start with the RT. It still rocks a 5.7-liter HEMI V8 pushing around 410 horsepower, more refined now, with cylinder deactivation and mild hybrid assist for better fuel economy. Not fast enough? Step up to the Scat Pack, and you're looking at a 6.4-liter HEMI throwing down 500 horses, 0 to 60 in around 4.1 seconds. It's loud, it's crude, it's old-school American performance with just enough tack to keep you from dying in a corner. But the real game changer is the SRT eMuscle. Fully electric, dual motors, all-wheel drive, and over 800 horsepower. 0 to 60 under 3 seconds. It's got to work vectoring, launch control, and selectable drive modes that let you go from commuter mode to track animal with one tap. And thanks to a 100 kWh battery, range is a solid 300 miles. Maybe a little more in real-world driving if you behave yourself, which let's be honest you won't. The eMuscle also gets something called the Fratzonic chambered exhaust, basically a fake exhaust that can produce up to 126 decibels of synthetic engine noise. Sounds silly, but in person, it's wild. It gives you the motion back that most EVs lack. Driving any of the 2026 Challengers feels weighty but rewarding. Steering has tightened up, the suspension is more adaptive, and Dodge has finally dialed in the braking fillet, especially on the eMuscle, which has reg-and braking that doesn't feel like you're driving a golf cart. The platform feels stiffer than before, thanks to better chassis tuning and added rigidity in the structure. It's still not a precision corner carver, but for straight-line thrills and muscular presence, it absolutely delivers. Now let's talk numbers. The base 2026 Challenger RT starts at around $44,000. Step up to the Scat Pack, and you're looking at $54,000 to $58,000 depending on options. The SRT eMuscle, that beast starts at about $76,000 and can push north of $90,000 if you go wild with the track pack, carbon fiber trim, or forged wheels. Is it worth it? Honestly, for the power you get, it's still a bargain compared to German or Italian performance coupes. But here's the catch: Dodge says this is the final generation of the Challenger as we know it. After this, it's all electric, all digital, and possibly all soulless. So this 2026 model might be the last time you can get a Challenger that still feels like a street brawler instead of a software-controlled spaceship. In the end, the 2026 Dodge Challenger does exactly what it needed to do. It evolves just enough to stay relevant, but not so much that it forgets what it is: a muscle car with guts, grit, and a whole lot of presence. Whether you go for the nostalgic crumble of the V8 or the insane torque of the eMuscle, one thing's clear: Dodge isn't going quietly into the electric night. If you're looking for an all-weather daily, maybe not. If you want cutting-edge handling, look elsewhere. But if you want a car that turns heads, hits like a hammer, and makes you feel like you're in the middle of a high-octane action movie, the 2026 Challenger is still one hell of a machine. That's it for this one, folks. If you got value out of this no fluff, zero BS review, smash that like button. Drop a comment with your favorite trim, and don't forget to subscribe to Car Flash, the only place where car reviews are loud, honest, and completely unfiltered. I'll see you in the next one, until then, keep it real and keep it fast.